Hi. For week three, I'd like to talk a little bit about clarifying assignments and how they all fit together. As you can see here, I have in week three, it says design a consulting case study that may have practical applications in an area of interest or importance for you. So you want to find something that you have interest in. And it can be um, any number of topics, like, for example, leadership consultation in different industry type groups. There's business, healthcare, school, academia, not for profit. Can be counseling consultation, for example, consulting with a mental health clinic, sports performance, um, team culture change, could be performance improvement, whatever you have interest in. And you can create this case study from real life situation. It can be your organization, or it could be um, a case study based upon research. I'm going to list a couple just in case you can't think of anything. There's a couple I think would make some good ones. And then you're going to post 2 or 3 paragraphs, and there was enough detail in the discussion question so people can figure out what you're talking about and what are the issues you anticipate addressing and the key individuals involved and etc. For example, there was an article recently about IBM who had evidently close to 40% of their workforce working as remote workers, and they're calling them all back into the office. And their stated reason was that they were they failed to achieve their expected or desired results. So there's also, since that announcement, there's been articles countering that, suggesting it might be a mistake, that they're going to lose talent by doing that. So anyway, it would make an interesting case study. What if you were the consultant there, and your task was to achieve the desired results through the teleworkers? So that's an example. Now, you're not going to be stuck with the case study you post here in week three. If you change your mind, that's okay, but at least this gets you thinking about it and started in the right direction. Now let's look at week five. In week five, you're going to take your case study, either one you posted in week three or if you change to the one you changed, and you're going to begin the consulting process with the case study. And once again, it should be based on a real case study. Also, do not select something that has already been completed, because there's multiple successful paths to an outcome. There's equifinality, and so if it's already been done, then there's really no point going through it again. And who knows what type of results you would have gotten. So pick something that where it could actually be applied. And notice here for the week five paper that you're only going part way. So in your first subheading is the case study itself. So you're going to describe the case study. Now, if you use the same one for week three, go ahead and you can repeat the content. You may want to clarify or enhance based on feedback you got, but you can use that as the basis for that. And then you're going to talk about discovery and compare and contrast 2 approaches or models for the discovery phase of this consultation. Now, you'll find that most of the content on discovery is in Unit 4. So you'll want to take a look at that. For example, Flawless Consulting lists some. There's also some journal articles there. So you're going to see there's you have some choices on how to approach discovery. And so like, for example, there's research-based and action-based. Then you're going to list what consulting competencies you think, at least 5, that you think a consultant would need in order to do this case study. And then you're going to have a conclusion to your paper. In other words, you're going to kind of just summarize, here's where you're at, and you're going to list your references. So that's your week 5 paper. Now let's look at the final paper. You're going to finish this off. So whatever you use in week 5, you're going to have to continue for the week 10 paper. First subheading is an overview of the case study, and that can be repeated from your week 5 paper. And then you're going to list consulting theories that you could use. And notice there's different approaches listed. You've got systemic consulting, positive psychology, Adlerian, Gestalt, cognitive behavioral. There are those. There's also whole systems approach listed in the change handbook for week 6. And you'll explain the psychological underpinnings of each theory and how it might affect your consultation, compare and contrast, and then do a synthesis of your theories that you selected. So it says, for example, based upon your evaluation of theories, create a synthesis that integrates the effective key concepts and best aspects of the methods related to each theory. Now, you may find whole systems approach does that as well. Some of these are automatic, like appreciative inquiry. And then you're going to do an evaluation of your consulting process. Use Kirkpatrick's training evaluation model to talk about how you can evaluate your consulting. And then you're going to list your references. So now let's look through here. To successfully complete this project, you'll be expected to evaluate the current theories of psychological consultation, evaluate the competencies necessary, strengths and limitations of the relevant theories, examine relevant theories, create appropriate guidelines for discovery, explain your evaluation process, articulate the professional competencies necessary, synthesize the theories used, and communicate using APA format. And so your project requirements, notice a minimum of 7 sources. They should be peer-reviewed journal articles. And then you have approximately 2,000 words, 7 to 9 double-spaced pages. Of course, use Times New Roman 12 point. Also, submit your paper to Turnitin. I normally do this as well, but you submit it to Turnitin and double check it. So this is how the assignments fit together. It kind of starts with the week 3 discussion. Then you have your week 5 paper, which is kind of a plan, and then your final paper where you're working your way through the different subheadings. And notice you're not actually doing this consulting, but you're covering each of the steps in terms of how you're going to go about doing it if you were to have the opportunity. Okay, and so this is the assignments for the course and how they relate. If you have any questions, you're welcome to post them right here, and we can start a discussion for clarification here. Thanks.